Hello everyone, this is James Song here. Welcome to this video and welcome back for some of you. We are covering speaking section today of the TOEFL test. Specifically, we are covering question 2 of the speaking section of the TOEFL test. Okay, so as you probably know by now, question 2, we are given a reading passage to read and summarize within 45 seconds. And then we're given a listening passage to listen and make summary real time. And after that, we are given 30 seconds to prepare and 60 seconds to finally answer the question and score some points. We'll do a little bit differently today. What I mean is, I will actually show you my reading notes real time rather than comprehending every sentence with you. So I'll do it real time, quietly. I want to like read out loud and explain at the same time, but I won't be able to write good notes in 45 seconds. So I'll put my head down, concentrate, and actually get this done. And after that, we'll go through the notes together and passage together in full before we move on to the listening passage. Okay? So let's get started. So I will start making notes for reading passage in 45 seconds. Here we go. Okay, split graduation. Traditionally, university hold one ceremony. Beginning this year, however, university will hold two ceremony. First half, first ceremony. Second half, second ceremony. Next day. The reason is number of students increase, takes too long, and the hall is too small to include all the audiences, family and friends. All right. Okay, there you go, right? So I've done that in 45 seconds, and let's go through. Thinking back, maybe I didn't have to write this down because, we are not going to use it anywhere. So traditionally before, there was one graduation ceremony, but from this year, university will hold two graduation ceremonies. So first 50%, first half, first half of the students, graduating students will attend the first ceremony, and the rest, second half of the graduating student will attend second ceremony next day. So this is the main idea, I guess. Okay, this is all you need. If you are nervous or feel that your English level is not quite at that level to write two reasons as well, then really focus on this part because this is what you need. Or this is the main idea or sentence, isn't it? Right? So really look to make the note taking as I did, or trying to write not a full sentence, but as much as you can, if you identify this correctly as a main idea or sentence, because realistically, that's what you need to speak in order to earn points, right? And the reason for that is, first, as number of students are increasing, the ceremony is just taking too long. And the second reason is that hall, they are having the ceremonies, graduating ceremonies, is too small to accommodate, to have all the audiences. So there's too many people and the hall is too small, right? To have all the family members and friends, right? So that's 45 seconds. So if I just speak freely, I'll show you the script later on, but if I speak freely, according to the reading passage, beginning of this year, university will hold university decided to hold two graduation ceremony. So first half of the students will attend first ceremony, and the rest will attend the second ceremony the next day, right? That would be the perfect answer. Okay. And I won't bother reading the reading passage again, one by one, but that's the main idea. Okay. And the first reason is as the students, graduating students are increasing, as the number of students are increasing, the ceremonies are taking too long. And the second reason is that the hall they are having a graduation ceremony is too small to accommodate all the audiences, including family members and friends, okay, of the graduating student. All right, that's done, right? So let's move on to the listening section by listening to the passage and making notes at the same time.
Now listen to two students discussing the article.
You know, I wish they wouldn't do this.
Why?
Well, I think it's unnecessary. I mean, as far as the first reason goes, yeah, sure, it takes a long time to have everyone receive their diploma individually, especially now that there are more students. But there's an easy way to make it shorter.
What's that?
Reduce the number of speeches. I mean, a lot of people give speeches. Students, professors, administrators, the president of the university. Do we really need that many speeches?
Probably not. And a lot of the speeches are pretty boring anyway, so yeah, we probably could cut out a few.
Yeah, and I don't think their second reason's very good either, about the space.
How's that?
The problem isn't the size of the hall, it's that they allow students to invite too many people to come and watch. All they need to do is reduce the number of guests each graduating student gets to invite.
Yeah, I guess that could solve the problem.
Yeah. I mean, right now, each graduating student can invite up to 10 people. That's too many. At most schools, students only get to invite like 4 or 5 people. If we just said, okay, you can only invite 6 people, that'd still be more than most other schools, and the ceremony could stay the way it is.
All right, so how much did you get it? Okay, so let's go through the notes together. Okay, so let's look at the question. So we are summarizing woman's opinion. So she disagrees, okay? She wish university does not do this, right? So the woman disagrees with the university's decision plan to have 2 ceremonies. First reason is that she believes it's not necessary, right? Yeah, of course, it takes a lot of time to individually receive diploma in the ceremony, but they can reduce the number of speeches to save time, because currently there are too many people giving too many speeches. So they can just reduce the number of speeches, right, to solve this problem, to save time. And the second reason is she believes the problem is not the size of the hall. It's not the size of the hall. The hall's size is not the problem. The real problem is students are allowed to invite too many guests, too many people, you know. So they should reduce the number of people that graduating students can invite. Then that will solve the problem. Everybody can fit in to the hall, no worries. So for example, you know, currently graduating students are allowed to invite up to 10 people, but other university only allowed like 4 or 5, okay? So, you know, she said if they make it like 6 people that they can invite, then there will be no problem. So that's, you know, maybe too much detail. If you say, you know, they should reduce the number of people they can invite, to solve this problem, then they should do the job, because we are making a summary. We are not doing the dictation of the listening passage. That's another trick a lot of students, like intermediate to advanced students, fall into, that does not help them score excellent scores in speaking, is that they kind of understand everything in the listening passage, so they write most of it or everything down without thinking, without understanding, and they don't try to summarize it during the preparation time either. So what happens is they're trying to say as much as they can from their notes and from the listening passage they heard and understood. And that's not effective most of the time. That's not summary. And you are not saying in your own words, and also you leave some important parts out while you're saying all the minor details. So, you know, you have to summarize this. You are not repeating exactly what the listening passage said. Okay, please remember that. And I will go into more examples and details in other videos as well. All right. And not just question 2, question 3 and 4 are even bigger problem, because question 2 is kind of easier and you can get away with doing almost like a dictation. You know, you can pretty much, you feel that you could repeat the listening passage, kind of, and still you, most of the time, advanced students at least, will think you have enough time to actually finish it within 1 minute. But that's not the case for question 3 and 4. So starting with question 2, we need to really remind ourselves that we are summarizing. We are doing summarization. We are not doing dictation. We are not trying to copy the listening passage. Okay, understand the information, synthesize, change it, mix them up, restructure if we have to, and making our own summary. Okay. All right. So yeah, it's done, I guess. So let me so let me give you my preparation. Okay. Tip. So say out loud in words. Okay. From this year, 2 graduating ceremony, first and second day. No, because it's not necessary. Too many speeches, reduce the number of speeches, then save time. And second, hall is not the problem, the size. Too many invites, reduce the number of invites, and the size of the hall will be okay. You can fit everybody in. Something like this, right? And doesn't matter if your preparation is exactly the same as your answer. Just go through the whole thing. That's the important thing, because you can keep your notes, of course, while you're speaking. Like when you give the answer for 60 seconds, I mean, goes without saying, of course, but you are looking at the notes. It's not like your notes are disappeared. You cannot look at your notes, right? You are looking at your notes and making full sentence one by one. So, you know, it doesn't matter if your preparation is exactly same as the sentence you are going to say in 60 seconds. The point is just cover the whole thing, get some confidence, and have a feeling that I got this, I covered the whole thing. And if I can successfully make full sentence of what I cover, then I'm going to get the perfect score. That's the idea. That's the purpose of preparation time. Okay. Or, you know, paraphrase or restructure if you have to. Okay. You don't have to say like in this order, right? Because it's your summary. So all of that need to be done in 30 seconds, nothing more. So here you go, guys. According to the reading passage, university will hold 2 graduation ceremonies from this year. Half of the students will attend the first ceremony, and the rest will attend the second ceremony the next day. The woman in the conversation strongly disagrees with the university's plan. First, she feels the change is not necessary. University can reduce the time by reducing the number of speeches. There are too many people giving too many speeches now, so some speeches should be cut out. Second, she claims that the problem is not the size of the hall, but the graduating students are allowed to invite too many people. University should limit the number of people each student can invite. For example, they are currently allowed to invite 10 people, but other universities only allow students to invite 4 or 5 people. Something like this, guys. As long as you have the same content and all the points that I mentioned, yeah, I think the answer could be a little bit shorter than what I have given. Okay? Yeah, that's it, guys. There you have it. So that's another question 2 of the speaking section done. So thank you for watching video. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you again in my next lesson. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.